Happy Friday, everybody. It's Sean from High Level, just coming out with a couple of videos this morning. So number one, let's talk about some really awesome enhancements. So first up, we've got an update to the snapshots. So for any of you that have been saying, hey, listen, it's a pain in the neck. I have a bunch of snapshots and I'm trying to push them out and it's really, there's no easy way to do it. We have updated this, so let's take a look at this. So you go into your agency settings, you go into settings on the left-hand menu, you go into the account snapshot section, and you're ready to push out an awesome update. So you've hit refresh, you've pulled in your new changes, and now you're ready to push it out. So before, we did not have this select all option. So now you just boom, select all, proceed. Boom, select all, proceed, right? So it's very easy now to just, if you really want to hammer through it, you can. If not, remember, the one thing we don't do select all on, of course, is going to be any of the conflict checking that we've done, because we want to really be sure that you don't care. But it's easy just to hit overwrite at the parent level here on any of the accounts that you don't want to skip, and bam, you hit proceed, and now you've pushed it out. So we've made it really easy. If you do just want to hit select all, if you're pushing out lots of updates all the time, that select all option is now there, and that's live. So that's update number one. Update number two. So what was happening before is when you were doing a snapshot, if you've done this before, if you had a custom field, so in settings, custom fields, if you had a radio button where, and let's see here, where you had images in the radio button, and I'm just trying to find an example, so apologize. So instead of like male, female here, when you come in and you actually add in a, see if we can actually find an existing example. Sorry, should probably have done this ahead of time. All right, well, let's just create a new one. So if you came in here and you created a radio button, when you first create it, you have the opportunity to choose a file. And what that is instead of saying like, hey, I want to show yes, no, you could say something like, how are you feeling today, right? And then you could put like an image for a happy face and a frowny face and a neutral face and a whatever, right? And then what was happening before is when you were snapshotting this, those images were not coming over. That has been fixed. So now when you do a snapshot, the images for radio buttons come over. So that's awesome. That's been fixed. And then finally, we also rolled out a bunch of error checking for MailGun. So a lot of times in the system, things go wrong for good reason, but there's not a lot of visibility to it. And so what we've done is we've rolled out error checking. So notice right here, there's this in your agency settings, there is MailGun, and this error checking is at several levels. So sorry, I apologize. I'm going to rewind here. So first place we've done this is inside the agency settings. So if there's a problem with your MailGun account, come over here, you can highlight this with your mouse, and it says, listen, the domain is unverified. So what does this mean? This means you need to go into MailGun and look at your DNS settings. There's something wrong with those DNS settings, right? So we put it all the way up here at the parent level. Now, if you actually drop into an account, and let's say we go into a conversation and there's a particular issue with a particular message that's been sent out, let's see if I can find a good example. Like here, we've also flagged this message, and you can see forbidden. So what that means is when we tried to send it out through MailGun, they gave us back some kind of error message. Like in this case, it was forbidden. So now what do you do in these scenarios? Specifically, in each scenario, it's really the same answer, which is you want to jump into MailGun, go into the logs. So let me just show you how that would work. Go to MailGun, go to login. I'm going to log into my account here, and then all I'm going to do is try to track this down real quick, right? So if it's, I got my two-factor authentication. Got to log in with my special code. The cool thing is this code will no longer work, and oh shoot, I wasn't fast enough. Will no longer work in a second. So then, all right, cool. So I'm in here. So that first error we saw was a DNS error. So in that case, we'd go down to domain settings. We would find that particular domain. We'd go into DNS records, and we just check to see if this was all verified. And then on that specific message that we saw, so back here, this message not being sent, we'd be like, okay, cool. Let's go over to the logs. Let's go into that particular domain, and let's go see what that error might be. And so in our case, I'm not going to track down that exact one, but you would go through here, you would find that one, and then you could expand it and see like what that error was. So anyways, those are kind of 3 updates that we've put out. So just to go back on those, we have the ability to bulk overwrite snapshots. We have the ability to make sure that images are coming over on custom fields of type radio button, and we have the ability to track better if there's ever an error with sending an email, and giving you sort of some better information about what caused that problem, an indication that there's a problem, and then gives you the ability to kind of go in and resolve the issue. So anyways, 3 updates. Got another cool video coming out for you in just a second, but enjoy this, and as always, let us know if you have any feedback. Thanks.